there has been a lot of football news this week, and one of those things has been this Jordan Pickford and Van Dijk saga sort of thing that's going on over this weekend. Now, Alex, if you want to explain what happened.
So basically, yeah, it's the Merseyside derby, yeah, and I think it's Robertson who plays Fabinho who plays the ball over the top, and Van Dijk runs onto it. He kicks the ball out of play, and then Pickford slams into his leg. They were going to give it a red card, and then it was given offside and no red card, and then Van Dijk went off injured, and now he's out for a very long amount of time. So yeah, there's been a lot of controversy around it lately.
So he's gone in with a bad tackle, as Alex said before. But this has led to suggestions, and we did talk over this briefly in the live stream that we did the other day. And people are saying Van Dijk's out for 8 months, or we don't know the certain date yet. But people are saying
8 months is around the time zone, isn't it?
Yeah. So people are saying Pickford should be out for the amount of time that Van Dijk's out, which we all thought was a bit naff and not really going to happen.
That's dead, that. He can't do that.
If it was to do that, do you reckon there would be a massive uproar?
There'd be a lot of controversy around it. One, because we don't really know, because Van Dijk got up after that injury and started playing. So if he hadn't have got up, surely it'd been like 2 months instead of about 8. And then they'd be like, oh, should we keep him off for 8? And then Fabinho injured the Ajax player in the live stream we did yesterday, but no one said anything about that, and surely he should be out as long as the Ajax player's out. So yeah, I think it'll lead to like a fifth of all the players who are playing not being able to play just because they accidentally injured someone for a long amount of time. So it's it's just I can't see anything coming from that suggestion at all, and it's just like, why would you propose it in the first place?
Well, because it's Van Dijk, because it's Liverpool, everyone's heard about this, but they don't hear about other players getting injured. Obviously, there was the Son incident, but they don't hear about other players getting injured all the time. And because it's Van Dijk, and because he's such a big part of Liverpool, that's why they're all kicking off saying, you need to do something about this. But if it was Wayne Rooney playing for Derby County, that got injured, the player who injured him wouldn't be off for the same amount of time as Rooney, would it?
No, because no one would care as much, would they?
No, it's just because it's Van Dijk and he's a big part of Liverpool.
Yeah. I'm sure if it would have happened the other way, though, I don't think Everton would have reacted like that. Because I know they're used to losing against Liverpool, don't get me wrong, but I think they wouldn't have been in that mindset of, we've lost Richarlison, say, for instance, or DCL.
Yeah, no chance. If you lost DCL, Alex, no offence, but I don't think you'd do... I think you'd fall straight away. Like, your winning spree or non-losing spree would just go like that because your goals just wouldn't happen as often.
We definitely dip in form, but there's no way we'd go out of our way to complain about whoever made that tackle on DCL and try and get him out for as long as DCL's out. That's just not what normal fans do. And I think for just Liverpool fans to do it, then it's just building on that characteristic of them just being a bit they don't know what they're talking about. And
at the end of the day, it's sport. People get injured.
Yeah,
and it's just something teams will have to cope with. You can't punish people just because they've injured a player. Yes, it was a dodgy tackle, but it was within the rules because it was out of play. You can't stop him. Well, he shouldn't have done it, but it's not something you can punish him for because play had already stopped.
It's obviously, although it's a terrible tackle, he didn't mean it, because Jamie Carragher afterwards, he said no one really goes out to break people's legs and stuff like that. So you can't say it was Pickford's fault, even though he probably could have done a bit more to not do that. And yeah, I do think it was a red card, and I do think it was the wrong decision, but there's no way he should be out for as long as Van Dijk's out. That's just a stupid opinion.
Well, if he wasn't offside, it would have been a red card.
I wouldn't have had any complaints about that. I knew it was a red card, and just because it's offside, it wasn't a red card, and then all of that controversy came through. And I understand that, but just the fact that they came up with the ideas is just a bit ludicrous in my eyes.
Yeah, so I said this on the live stream. Do you reckon something should have been done after the match? Or do you reckon nothing should have been happened? Pickford shouldn't have been given anything because the referee ruled it out or VAR ruled it out?
No, it's the ref's decision within the game. And obviously, if something really properly bad happened, the FA can punish a player, like with Luis Suarez biting people.
Yeah.
But he didn't go out of his way to injure him. It was a horrible tackle, but he didn't go out of his way to injure him. So it's not deliberate harm, so you can't punish him after the game. It's the referee's decision within the match, and then the FA can base their decision off the ref.
Yeah.
And it was dodgy refereeing that he wasn't sent off, but I don't think he should receive like sanctions for it.
Yeah. Alex, what were you going to input then?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it time and time again, players getting bans for things they've done like off the pitch, but I don't think I've ever seen it going back to a tackle and giving them a ban off that. Like Heung-min Son, he got a red card, and I'm pretty sure if that was a Liverpool player, all the Liverpool fans would have gone, well, why doesn't he get a long suspension? Because he got a red card and it was a one-match ban. But surely, because, yeah, I mean, if it wasn't a red card for Son on the Andre Gomes tackle, then I wouldn't have really minded. I'd just said, well, he didn't really deliberately do it, and there's no reason for him to get a ban. And, I mean, it's the referee's decision at the end of the day, so surely he should stick with that. I mean, VAR was on hand as well. They could have said something, but they didn't, so.
Yeah.
Well, Son's tackle wasn't completely Son's fault, was it?
No, it was Aurier and Son combined, and then that just happened. I mean, yeah, no tackle like that's ever deliberate, and no one ever wants to injure anyone like that. So I don't think there should be any sanctions, but Liverpool fans have other ideas, so
Yeah.
they can think what they want.
Liverpool fans are whiny though. Just get over yourselves.
True.
So what? You've won the Prem last season. Get over yourselves.
Everton, who they don't care about that, and that's the team, by the way, that they faced. That they don't care about Everton. Anyway.